So, good morning. Today I'm going to explain where we put all our clean sheets, our blankets, our cushions. So now I'm in the toilet, and if I look over here, we have two cupboards. This is the door over here, the entry door, and right to the left we have our two cupboards here. I'm gonna open them. On the top, we have all of our pillows. As you can see here, pillows. This actually goes pretty deep up in there, and there's probably around 10, 15 pillows in there. These to the left is our blanket, same concept. It goes pretty deep up there. Because the blankets are a bit bigger, there's not enough room for all of them. We also have blankets on the second shelf, which is actually for blanket sheets. So there's a few blanket sheets over here. Blanket sheets are sheets that you put on top of the blanket, so every blanket that you use has to have a blanket sheet. So this is probably around 10 blankets, I would say, altogether. And going down a little bit more, we have a little bit more of a complex setup here. It says here big sheet, which means big mattress sheet. So this is for a big bed or a big mattress. For example, this is a big mattress and that will be a big bed. And you put the big sheets are actually on the left over here. So all this left section, this is kind of split in the middle. All this left section is full of bless you, thank you. All this left section is kind of full of these big sheets. You can take the first one, but you can also dive deeper and grab one that fits nicer, that looks nicer. Some of them might not look perfect, have a little bit of a stain on them. It's better not to use them for guests, but for me, I don't mind using them if they're a little bit torn or have a stain on them. They're all washed and they all look very, very good. They don't look ugly or disgusting. It's just not perfect if they have a stain on them. To the right over here, it's actually the blanket sheet. So it's a continuation of this. Basically, a bunch of sheets, a bunch of blanket sheets, duvet covers that you put on top of the blankets. You can also use them alone if you prefer. If it's hot, you can just use one of these without putting it on a blanket, but please don't use the blankets in any circumstance without the sheets, without the duvet covers, without the blanket sheets, because if you do, then it's very difficult to wash the blankets. Even if they look like this, still put a blanket cover, a blanket sheet, a duvet cover on them. So to the right over here, we have our small sheets. Over here we have some very nice folded ones. Here are the not nice folded ones, but they're all the same. They're all basically for a small bed, for a small mattress, or you can also use them for the couch. You can put them on the couch over there, over here, or on a small mattress. You want to put them on before the guests come so they don't see this. Just here, there's another two blankets. Just left them there because there's no room. But over here, you can also, there's another mattress, small mattress in the basement. You could put it on the floor here or something. And again, use the small mattress sheets for that. It does say small sheet here, but small mattress sheet or small bed sheet. In the back over here on the bottom, you find some of the torn ones, because this was the section that had most space for it. So the torn ones, there's no need to use them. There's more than enough. But in case they run out, in case they're not washed, all of them, then you can also resort to using the torn ones in the back. Over here we have the pillowcases, and there's quite a lot of them, probably around 20, I would say. That's pretty self-explanatory. You put them on the cushions, on the pillows. Again, don't use any pillows, cushions without a pillowcase. But that's, I think, easier to understand because some of them are kind of ugly or full of fur and you don't want to use them without the pillowcase. Then we have the towels over here. There's some more towels in the back. If you take all this out, these are the big towels to the left. Please use them sparingly because we don't have that many. We have maybe 6, 7 of them. Some of them are not as comfy as the others, for me at least. The representable ones, the ones that look really nice, keep them for the guests if you can. And to the right over here we have some of the small towels that we can use for the bathroom. We can put them on the floor over here, so after you have a shower you don't wet everything, but also some of them have a more of a hang-up style. You can see on the way they're designed if it fits more to the drying your hands or for the floor, but in case there's not enough you can just use that as well for the floor. Yeah, over here maybe some of the guests would be putting their towels over here. Make sure to ask them it's not theirs before going to wash it. And down here on the bottom we have these 2 sections over here that I like to use for dirty laundry. Basically we have a bag over here and all of the dirty laundry will just go in there. That's it. Yeah, if you need more bags for the dirty laundry, then either we get some from Bern or we buy some in the supermarket, or you can also just grab some from the kitchen over here. Sometimes there's big ones, just make sure that they're not dirty because sometimes they were used for some food or some trash, some recycling trash, so you don't want to use them, but more or less in general that's where you would find the bags. So that's it for how to use these 2 cupboards and how to do all the sheets and stuff. Over here in this left cupboard you also have some toilet paper, some cleaning materials for the toilet. This is a dishwasher, this is a laundry, but this is actually for the floor and for everything. And you have some toilet sticks that we can also put in the toilet to make it smell good and look nice. There's a bunch of other stuff in here like baking and trash bags and shower gel, stuff like that. For the dishwasher, okie dokie, some sellotape. But yeah, this would be in this cupboard over here. Perfect. Thanks for listening. Don't really believe that anybody will reach here, but if you did, give me a shout. It's really nice of you to listen. Thanks. Ciao.